Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that's been flooding our inboxes, really. Lots of questions about Sevrin IT Networks, LLC.
Right. It seems a lot of people, especially job hunting in IT, maybe remote work, are seeing emails from them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Promising pretty good jobs, actually. And the big question everyone has is, well, is it legit? Or is this something you need to steer clear of?
And that's really our mission today, isn't it? We need to look at the process people are describing in the sources, step by step.
Uh,
Figure out if Severn IT Networks actually provides jobs or if it's, well, something else entirely.
okay, let's trace that process then.
Yeah.
Because the sources suggest the start is quite convincing. You get a professional-looking email, maybe see a post.
Yeah. Advertising roles like remote data entry, IT support, things people are looking for.
Right. And you apply maybe through a portal that seems okay, and then you actually get an interview, a real interview, often video.
And that's key, isn't it? That interview stage, it feels legitimate. You invest your time, you update your resume, you prep, you talk to someone.
You feel like you're making progress.
Exactly. It builds like kind of psychological buy-in. You feel like you're almost there. You've got the job in the bag.
Which makes what happens next even more, well, jarring. Because right after the interview, maybe you even get told you're hired.
That's when the switch happens. Suddenly, it's not about the job details anymore.
No, it pivots. The platform, Severn IT Networks, asks for money.
And that's the huge red flag we need to talk about. The sources are really specific here. They don't call it a fee exactly.
Right. It's framed as something you need for the job. Mandatory certificates, they call them. Or sometimes other services.
Things that sound official, like they're required for remote work compliance or system access.
Are these like actual industry certifications?
No, definitely not. The sources mention things like a remote work compliance certificate or a system access setup fee. These seem purpose-built for the scam.
Okay. And how much are we talking?
Usually not a huge amount, maybe $150, sometimes up to $300. It's kind of pitched low enough to seem plausible, especially if you think a good job is waiting.
Right. You weigh it against a potential salary and think, okay, maybe this is just part of the setup.
Which raises a question, why not just ask for the money up front? Why the whole interview charade?
That's what seems so calculated about it.
Well, think about it. If they asked for $250 with the initial application, most people would just close the tab, right?
Yeah, probably. Too suspicious.
But by doing the interview, they build that trust we talked about. They confirm you're interested, you're invested. Then they ask for the money. You're much more likely to pay because you feel you're so close.
They're basically cashing in on the hope they just created.
Precisely. It's monetizing that feeling of success.
So people pay for these certificates or services, and then what? Do they get the job?
Well, this is where the sources are absolutely unanimous.
Okay.
The conclusion from everyone who shared their experience is that Severn IT Networks LLC is described as completely fake and fraudulent.
Wow. So no job at all.
None whatsoever. After they get the payment, communication often just stops. The sources explicitly state that no actual employment ever happens.
Okay, so this isn't just about losing, say, $250. There's more risk here, isn't there?
Absolutely. Think about what you share when you apply for a job, even a fake one. Your resume has tons of personal info.
Name, address, work history, phone number.
Sometimes they might even ask for more during the fake onboarding, like social security details or driver's license scans for a background check. You're handing over sensitive data.
That's scary. So the advice from the sources is pretty clear then.
Extremely clear. First, stay away from any platform that demands money up front before you start working, especially for vague certificates or services.
Right.
Second, be really careful about the personal data you share during any application process. And third, learn to spot this pattern.
Yeah, that pattern seems key. It's not just about this one company name, Severn IT Networks, which they could easily change tomorrow.
Exactly. The crucial thing to recognize is that sequence. Promising job offer, often after an interview, followed immediately by a mandatory, non-refundable payment request disguised as a requirement.
That's the universal warning sign for this kind of scam.
Yeah. If a real employer needs you to have specific training or certs, they usually pay for it, or they reimburse you, or maybe deduct it from your first paycheck. They don't typically charge you just to get hired.
So wrapping this up, if that promise of a job hinges on you paying money up front, especially using maybe unusual payment methods they insist on, that's a huge signal. It makes you wonder, what other early indicators can you train yourself to spot to protect yourself from similar schemes down the road?
Keep asking those questions. Stay vigilant.
Good advice. That's all for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.